All right, Shalom, call all y'all about Shalom to the left. Just a little quick video about what's going on across seas with the blackouts and stuff. Now, the elites like to test stuff out before they push it all the way. So this really was just like a little test run for them. And they say it's still outages. I'm going to keep checking on to see what's going on and see how shit escalate, whatever media may come out. But I happen to come across this post right here, right? And it says, on April 28th, the lights went out across Spain and Portugal. Millions were left stranded, had no electricity, no internet, no transport, no way to buy food or call for help. The official story, a mysterious grid failure, which lets you know how Esau's system is collapsing. So it ain't really going to take too much for shit to hit the fan in Babylon, because this infrastructure is real shitty. Across seas, they try to upgrade it, make smart cities and this and that. Over here in Babylon, you have a small amount of smart cities. Most other places and locations, they still ran off a old grid system. Now it says, how do entire countries go dark in 2025? This is no accident. This was a test, and this guy right, whoever posted this. It says, governments and global institutions have been preparing for big ones for years, not just a power outage, but control collapse of society itself, which make a lot of sense why they keep trying to push this digital shit, because if they collapse, whenever they collapse the old system, they can swoop in with this new system. And if you want to have access to the new system that's updated, you could put this charagma in you, and you'll be already attached to the system. You could go in the stores, like how they got the Amazon Go stores. You could go into the smart stores, and the stores already know who you are, what you about to buy, and stuff will be set up and positioned that way. You won't need no ID, because the ID will be in you. You won't need none of that other stuff, your medical information, because that'll be in you. That's what they get ready to try to push. Now it says, let me read on some more. It says the World Economic Forum, events like Cyber Polygon and World Economic Forum and repeated warnings about cyber attacks are not predictions. They are scripts. And I was just watching this movie. It was a shitty ass movie, but in the beginning of the movie, it actually had a scene where the system went down and people was bugging the fuck out. And that's what's going to happen, man. Which I'm going to get second Ezra in a minute and read on the type of stuff that's going to be going on. Because the elders and men of the Lord, so to speak, been bringing out this information for a while now, just to get people warned and get people alert to what's going on. And some people think it can't happen, because Esau don't program people to think this society is untouchable. Nothing is untouchable. Everything, anybody can get touched. The Most High has his spiritual hand in everything, so to speak. Now it says, how obedient will citizens be without electricity? They're not going to be obedient. People can't watch their ass, watch their favorite shows, or get on TikTok and all that. The ones who really going to feel it, them damn influencers. When they can't go influence and post shit like they want to post, man, people going to bug out. Because that's how they live. That's how they survive. See how people was crying and bitching about TikTok going down. Just imagine everything go down. YouTube, what else? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the different stuff. Not only that, it causes issues with the banks as well, which I just seen another video. I'm going to check on that in a minute. I was just making a run, grabbing some groceries real quick. Talking about banks being hit over here in the U.S. Now it says, who will comply with curfews, food rationing, and internet shutdowns? Niggas not going to comply, man. They already been primed for being a certain way from when the pandemic happened, when the COVID happened. They was having the curfew lockdowns. People were still having after-hour parties and shit, and hidden underground shit. Stuff was getting raided because people was going against the curfews. Now it says, how can cashless societies be controlled when the power is cut? The blackout is a message. We could take everything from you in an instant. Esau can, man. That's why you have to learn how to barter. Ultimately, trusting Yahweh to give you that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, so you'll be able to maneuver through this shit, because it's going to get ugly, man. You can see how people act with small situations and small scenarios now, and tell people going to black out and do all type of shit whenever their resources are cut short. Their folly is cut short. Their little so-called fake fun and fake holidays. And hey, what worse time to do it than the summer? It's hot as fuck, no AC. That make people aggravated. Wintertime, okay, you got to keep warm and try to find certain food and water, whatever. Summertime, it gets even worse because that heat really plays a factor on somebody's psyche. And dehydration definitely plays a factor on somebody's psyche too as well if they can't get clean water. I said mandatory rationing of food, fuel, internet access, digital ID systems are tied to your ability to travel, shop, communicate, centralized control of national energy grids by unelected bureaucrats. And Esau is pushing towards that. They put it in the movies, they put it in the commercials, they do all this shit. They put it in the TV shows, and they have a lot of shows and movies where this type of event takes place, and how you have militias. You got militias all around the U.S., so it's going to be all type of shit going on. You're going to have little inside proxy wars going on. Because militias going to be looking at the other like, okay, they got the goods, we ain't got the goods. They're going to be going at it. It's going to be all type of shit, man. So today in Spain and Portugal, tomorrow is France, Germany, Britain, maybe your city, your street, your home. They will call an unfortunate cyber attack a climate necessity. In reality, it's beginning of a global control grid where freedom is conditional and electricity is a weapon. And that's why those who try to come out with free energy equipment, which I'm surprised they allowed the solar panels to even thrive and move on as much as they did. And that was still limited. They don't want free energy like that because they can't control people. You got free energy, you can do what you want to do. You can purify your own water system. You can charge your own shit up, charge your vehicles if you got electric vehicles or whatever. You can spend more time creating and working for yourself if you got more free electricity. Let's see, it says essential solar power, crank charge radios, portable power banks charged regularly, LED lanterns, headlamps, fire starters, matches lighters. It says food and water, maximum 30-day supply, non-perishable food, canned goods, rice, beans, freeze-dried meals, water purification tablets and filters, like Life Straw, 20 to 50 liters of storage drinking water per person. Security, home defense tools where legal. It says strong door locks and window reinforcement, medical, first aid kits. And so it just goes on even more. It just basically talks about type of situations and that can possibly happen and the stuff you need. Ultimately, you see, this person right here, you have a lot of preppers. Some believe in God, some don't. They left out one thing: trust in the Lord, trust in the Most High. Because the Most High going to line it up for you anyway. As long as you maneuvering right, putting in first. And ultimately, if you have the elect, He's going to make sure you're good anyway. Because you're going to have people that have all this shit right here. It's going to be no use for them. Because it's going to get took. Or they may perish and it just be left. And they're still going to be spoiled goods anyway. They say the blackout was a